Today we will see the De Morgan theorem and the Boolean analysis of logic circuit. So what is De Morgan theorem? I have already told you before, just I gave some hint, but today we are going to do a bit more explanation. So De Morgan, a scientist, that he gave two theorems. The first theorem is saying the complement of any product term. It is a product term, x dot y is a product term, so the complement of any product term is equal to the sum of each product complement of each term. It means when two terms are the first, they are product, they are in ANDed, then I took the complement of that product term is equal to, I have to take the complement of each single term, then I can add them. So this is the first term. So what is this is the first theorem. What is the second theorem? Second theorem is saying the complement of a sum term. X plus y is a sum and the complement is nothing but the sum term, complement of the sum term is equal to the product of each complement term. It means I have to first sum x plus y, then I have to take the complement. That value will equal to, I have to take the complement of each variable x and y, then I can do the AND operation. Okay, so these two theorem will help us to solve numericals. So based upon this theorem we can use, here it is x is there, in place of x we can use any expansion, that is it can be a plus bc. Our x can be a plus bc, our y can be ac plus b. Okay, so what does, if it x dot y means a plus bc into dot, that is dot, ac plus b whole bar. It is x, it is y. Then what I can write? I can write in this form, complement of each term with a sum. It means a plus bc whole bar plus this dot will convert to plus and the whole complement will be divided into two parts. And the second term is ac plus b whole bar. Okay, so my x and y does not mean that it should be only one variable. My x plus y can be any number of variable. First we have to find which variable I can use my De Morgan theorem. Okay, so if you remember in our that NAND gate, NAND, what is our the NAND gate? This is x, this is y, here is one bubble. What is the output? X plus y bar. Okay, this is the NAND gate representing not plus and. Also there was another way to represent NAND, that was negative OR. It means how we represent negative OR? This is x, this is y. So what will be the value over here? Is nothing but x bar. What will the value over here? Is nothing but y bar, and they are odd. It means x bar plus y bar. And as I told before, this representation and this representation, they are both same. This NAND is also equal to negative OR. So here you can see x plus y bar can be represented as x bar plus y bar, which is same as my theorem 1 of De Morgan's. Okay, and in the second case, that is for NOR. What is the representation for NOR? That is not with OR, means a OR gate and a bubble is in front of it. It is nothing but OR. It is x, it is y. It is x plus y whole bar. Okay, so it can be also represented by negative and gate. When I am writing capital letters and or, they are representing my gates, and when I am simple writing small a and d or small or, those are representing a simple in our English that we use and or. Okay, while I am using capital letters, that are representing my gates. So negative and means before applying to the AND gate we have to negate those inputs, which is nothing but x, it is y. So what will be the value over here? X bar. What is the value over here? Y bar, and they are then ANDed. So x bar dot y bar. Now you can check, this is also x plus y whole bar, which is equal to x bar plus y bar. And my second theorem of De Morgan, that is saying x plus y whole bar is nothing but x bar plus y bar. Okay, so these two are the De Morgan theorem. And remember this point: our x and y can be any number of variable. Now let's see how our De Morgan can be applied to a numerical. So what are the rules to applying this De Morgan theorem? Whenever a expression is given or a expansion is given, first you have to find what you have to find upon which expression or upon which term you can apply De Morgan. First you have to find upon which term you can apply this De Morgan. Second, we have to use the that rule that we read, that is a bar bar is nothing but a. Okay. Using these two steps, we can solve any question. That means if any question is there, first we have to see upon which term I can apply De Morgan, either this form or this form. Second thing, I have to after applying, I have to use this rule, which is nothing but a bar bar is nothing but a. In place of a, it can be anything. A plus BC plus CD bar bar. It will be same. A plus BC plus CD. Okay. Now let's do some questions, numericals. Okay, these are some questions. Let's solve that so that you will get more clarity. In this question, okay, one more thing. Each question, what I told before, our De Morgan theorem can be applied x plus y 2 bar and x dot y bar, which is nothing but x bar dot y bar, and this one is nothing but x bar plus y bar. Okay. Here I just showed you two variables, and there can be any number of variables. It can be x dot y dot z w whole bar, which is nothing but w bar plus x bar plus y bar plus z bar. Okay. So our in place of here are two variables, so there can be any number of variables. So that does not affect our De Morgan theorem. It will be do the same way that it is doing for the two variables. Okay. So what are the steps to solve this question? Let me tell you once again. The first step is you have to find upon which term you can use this De Morgan. Second, you have to use this rule, a bar bar is nothing but 0. Okay. So now let's solve this first one. It is given a plus b bar plus c bar d plus ef whole bar. Now you can see I have to use. Here there are plus terms, means I have to use this second rule or the first theorem, any rule, any theorem it may be. I have to use this one. Then I have to take this term as 1 unit. This is 1 unit. This is 1 unit. Means it looks like x plus y plus z whole bar. Then I can write x bar dot y bar dot z bar. When it is plus is there, I have to convert my plus into dot. Okay. Now in place of, it is in the same format, x plus y plus z whole bar. So I have to write in this format. So what is x? Is nothing but a bar, no, whole bar. This whole bar is for this, and already in place of x, a plus b bar is there. Then dot. In place of y, c bar d is there. Then I have to take another bar. Then dot. In place of z, e f is there. Then I have to take another bar. Okay. It is the first step. Now I have to I have to see whether this rule is applicable to here or not. There is no such term where I can use this rule. Okay. Then I have to divide. I have to go one step further. That is, again, this is looks like this is x dot. This is y whole bar, x dot y whole bar. It means it can be represented as x bar plus y bar. And what is x? My x is nothing but a, my y is nothing but b bar. Okay. So it looks like x dot y whole bar. Then what I can write in place of this? I can write a bar, which is nothing but my x bar, plus y is nothing but my b bar, and y bar is there. That's why I have to take another bar. Now dot. This dot is there. Similarly, this can be represented x dot y whole bar, and my x is nothing but my c bar, y is nothing but my d. So it can be again represented by x bar plus y bar. It means x and bar plus y and bar. Similarly, dot. This e, it looks like same format, x dot y whole bar. So it can be represented as e bar plus f bar. Put a bracket before every product term. Okay. Now I have to see, can I use this rule to anywhere? Let me try. Here already a bar is there, no need to apply that rule. Here I can apply b bar bar is nothing but my b. This is one simplification, one step. I am going one step further, one simplification step, that is b bar bar is nothing but b. Similarly, c bar over bar, it is a, not 0, it is a. C bar bar is nothing but c plus d bar dot e bar plus f bar. Okay, so this is the final expression after applying the De Morgan theorem to this question. Okay, is this clear? What I did, I just first I will see that from in which expression I can use my De Morgan. Then I have to check upon any variable I can use this formula. I use this rule. Okay, so this is the final expression. Now let's do the second one. Here is a term is there. First you see how it, in which format it is looks like. You see, this looks like x, this looks like y. So x plus y whole bar is there. So I can apply this formula x bar dot y bar. And what is x? This whole term. So it is nothing but a bar b into c plus d bar whole bar. And plus will convert into dot. And this is nothing but y bar, is nothing but e bar. Okay. Here I use this first rule, first step. Then again this is also a long term, so I have to see which formula I can use. It looks like x, y, and a dot is also there. That I already told you, the AND operation is nothing but a dot b, or simply we can write a b. And here it looks like a b or a b c, whatever may be. The dot is not there. It does not mean that it is not there. It is there, but we can. We have to see in that way. So this term can it looks like a x, y, this whole term is z, x dot y dot z whole bar. Okay, then what will be the formula for x dot y dot whole z bar? Is nothing but x bar plus y bar plus z bar. What is x? My x is nothing but a bar. Then x bar means a bar bar. This dot will convert to plus after applying De Morgan theorem. Then y is nothing but b bar. Then plus this c plus d bar is z and z bar. So x bar plus y bar plus z bar. That is nothing but x dot y dot z whole bar. And here is one term is there, e bar is there. Okay. Now we have to see that can I apply this formula? Yes, I can apply this formula, this rule over here. A bar bar is nothing but a plus b bar plus. Here again I can apply my De Morgan theorem, which is nothing but x plus y whole bar is nothing but x bar dot y bar. So c bar dot d bar bar. Okay, and here one e bar is there. It means a plus b bar plus c bar. This d bar bar can be represented as d. So c bar d into e bar. Here I am not putting any dot. It means it is already multiplied. They are in ANDed. Okay. So this is the final expression for this one by applying De Morgan theorem. De Morgan theorem is saying the bar should be present only upon a single variable. It should not be present upon two variables. When the bar is present upon two variables, either in product term or in sum term, then I can replace that product term by sum term with a individual variable with bar upon it. Okay. Now this one. Here you see this is also x plus y whole bar. So I can write x bar dot y bar. So what is my x? This is my x bar dot cd is nothing but my y bar. At a time don't apply both formula. First apply either this one or this one. After applying one of them, then apply, you see whether second form is there or not. Now, it looks like a x plus y whole bar, which is nothing but x bar dot y bar dot. This looks like x dot y whole bar. It means, you go step by step, okay? This is cd whole bar. Then, in the next step, this a bar bar can be represented as a dot. This is b bar dot. Here, two terms are ANDed and there is a bar over here, so I have to represent into single term, nothing but C bar plus D bar. Okay, so this is the output of this one, A bar plus B plus CD whole bar. We already applied the De Morgan theorem. Now the fourth one. It looks like this is one term, this is one term, this is one term. Three terms are added or odd. Then I the bar is there. Then this is nothing but my x, y, z. Always try to find this type of term upon which you can apply your De Morgan. So A plus B into C bar into D bar whole bar, that is x bar dot. Y bar means E bar dot. F bar means Z bar. Okay. And here is these are the single term, but here is a complex term is there. So I have to again subdivide into. It looks like x, y, z, three terms are ANDed. So I have to apply this second formula. Is nothing but A plus B bar plus C bar is there, then I have to take another bar, plus D bar is there, then I have to take another bar. Dot. Here E bar and F bar was already present before. Now A plus B bar, it can be represented as A bar dot B bar plus C bar bar means it is nothing but C plus D double bar is nothing but D dot E bar dot F bar. Okay, so this is the final expression for my second this last question. Now we'll see this Boolean analysis of logic circuit. This is all about your De Morgan theorem. Okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you, that in our, as I told before, this XOR and XNOR, those both are complement to each other. My XOR, which is nothing but A B bar plus B A B bar plus B A bar. Okay, and what is my XNOR? Which is nothing but AB plus A bar B bar. And how XNOR is formed? After XOR we have to apply one NOT gate, then only XNOR will be formed. It means if I take the complement of this one, then I will get this XNOR. So let's see how by putting complement we can found this one. So A B bar plus B A bar. What I have to do? I have to take one NOT operation, that is nothing but complement. Now you see, this looks like one x, this looks like y, and whole bar is there. So it can be represented as x bar dot y bar, which is nothing but this is my x bar dot y, which is nothing but b a bar whole bar y bar. Again, it looks like another, we can apply another De Morgan theorem, which is nothing but a bar plus b bar bar dot B bar plus A bar bar. What I did? X dot y whole bar, x dot y whole bar. I applied the formula x bar plus y bar. It is nothing but A bar plus B bar bar is nothing but B dot. B bar is there plus A bar bar is nothing but A. Now I have to use the distributive formula. I have to multiply A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot A plus B dot B bar plus B dot A, or A dot B or B dot A, whatever you can write. Okay, so what is A dot A bar? A dot A bar is nothing but 0. We read in our rules, we have already seen this A dot A bar is 0. B dot B bar is also 0, because if 1 will be, let B equal to 1, B bar will be 0. So 1 dot 0 is nothing but 0. Since both are complement to each other, the output will be 0 because they are ANDed. And for AND operation, if any one input is 0, my output will become 0. Okay. So it is nothing but A bar plus B bar, A bar B bar plus BA, which is nothing but AB. Because we know in the rules that A dot B is same as B dot A. We already discussed this one in the last class. So you see, this is our expression for, this one is expression for XOR. We just applied one NOT gate, and what we got? A bar B bar plus AB, which is nothing but the output of my XNOR. It means by applying De Morgan theorem, we can cross check our XOR and XNOR gate. Okay. Now let's see this Boolean analysis of logic circuit. Okay, so to represent so in this Boolean analysis, what is there? A logic circuit is given. From that logic circuit, you have to write the Boolean expression. Okay, it means suppose a logic circuit is given in this way. This is, let's take C, A, B, C, D are my 4 input. C, D, B plus C, D, okay. So let's take one example. Suppose this logic circuit is given in your question. So you have to write the Boolean expression for this logic circuit. So how to write the Boolean expression for this logic circuit? You have to start from your from your left. That how many number of input are there, accordingly what are the gate that we are using over here. So you see, first here is a AND gate that composed of 2 input, which is nothing but my C and D. So the output of this AND gate, what it will become? It will become nothing but C dot D. Since I am starting from over here, then the output of this AND gate is OR with this B, which is nothing but B plus C D. B means the first input, and plus means the addition of these two using a OR gate. This is nothing but my AND gate. Then the output of B plus CD is again ANDed with another input, which is nothing but A. So A into B plus CD. Okay, so this is the final Boolean expression for a logic circuit. So there can be a very big logic circuit. There can be maximum. There can be any number of gates that are used in this logic circuit. So you have to start from your left, and accordingly you have to proceed further. One gate at a time. Then again the output of that gate apply to another gate. What will be the output of second gate? Then again the output of the second gate is applied to another gate. So what will be the output? Okay. So this is the Boolean expression that is we got from this logic circuit. Now let's see how to represent this Boolean expression in our using truth table. Okay, so this A into B plus C D, let's try it in writing into truth table. So once a circuit is given, logic circuit, you apply this rule left to right, and you wrote down the Boolean expression. Now if you take this Boolean expression, you have to check for what value of this Boolean expression my output is giving to 1. It means A dot B plus C D. For what value of this A, B, C, D, it will give me value 1. Since this is a AND operation, when my output will become 1? When if each of my input is nothing but 1. So this is the AND operation between these two. Okay. So when A will 1 and this output will 1, then only it is possible 1. Now, for B plus C, D should be 1. What are the conditions? What are the conditions that is applied for B, C, D input? Okay, how many input are there? There are 4 inputs. So how many possible combinations are there? 2 power 4 is nothing but 16 possible combinations. Starting from 0, 0, 0, 0 to fourth one, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now B plus C, D will equal to 1. For what value? This is a OR operation. It means either one input is 0, this input is 0, or both are 0. It means if B equal to 1 and CD can be 0. One case. Second one, B equal to 0, CD equal to 1. Or B equal to 1, CD equal to 1. These are the 3 possible cases for which my output will become 1 of this output. This is. Okay. And when this output will become 1 and A equal to 1, at that case my output will become 1. So this is the 3 possible conditions, and the fourth case will be if B equal to 0 and CD equal to 0. This is the fourth case. At that case, my B plus CD will become 0. It will not become 1 because this is 0, this is 0, and these two zeros are applied to a OR gate, and the output of OR gate will become 0. So we are not going to take this input, this condition. Okay. So this is the 3 criteria. So from this, what we can conclude? That my A value should be 0. So what are the conditions? A, B, C, D. My A value should be 1, not 0. A value should be 1. And my B value should be 1. From these two you can see my B value should be 1. At that case my C, D can take any values. Okay. It means if my A equal to 1, B equal to 1, I can write any value, either 0 or 1, any combination for C, D. At that case, my output will become 1. This X, it indicates don't care condition. It don't care whatever this is, means it can be 1 or 0. There are only possible two values. One is 0 or one is 1. And second one is 1. But here this X represent, it can be 0 or it can be 1. It does not matter. It means what are the possible combinations? A1, B1, C0, D0. A1, B1, C0, D1. A1, B1, C1, D0. The fourth one is nothing but A1, B1, C1, D1. Are you getting or not? For this possible combination, my output will become 1. You can put any value. Let's take this value. A1, B1, C0, D1. Since B equal to 1, C and D are 0, 1. So C, D ANDed, they will give me value 0. They are ANDed 0.1 will give me value 0. Since they will give me value 0 and they are ORed with 1. So 1 plus 0 will give me value 1. This value will give me 1. For this A equal to 1, this output will give me 1. Now, so you can check any of these four combinations, my output is going to give me value 1. So this is one case. And the second case is nothing but this one. It means my A should be 1. My C dot D, it should be 0. It means it does not matter my effect of B if my C and D, these two are 1 and 1. This second case. You see, I am taking this case. I have already taken this, the first case A equal to 1 and these two cases B equal to 1, B equal to 1. For that case, my C, D can take any values. Okay. And the second case is nothing but this middle one. It means my C dot D should be 1. When this is possible? When C equal to D equal to 1. At that case, C dot D will be 1. And C dot D will be 1 means this is nothing but 1. And 1 plus whatever may be the value of B, that doesn't matter. That will give me value 1. This expression will give me 1. Okay. That's why for B it is don't care condition. You see, you put, there are two possible ones. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. These two are possible conditions. And you apply these two conditions over here. Any value A, B, C, D, you will get the value output is nothing but 1. Okay. So here we are getting these two are common. You see, here it is 1, 1, 1, 1. Here it is 1, 1, 1, 1. That is one combination. 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one 5. So there are 5 possible combinations for which my output will give me value 1. So let me write that one. Since there are how many input? 4 input. Let me write from here. A, B, C, D. So how many possible combinations? 16. Starting from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. In last class I told you how to write. This one is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, like this. Alternative 0, 1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And this one is 16. This one is nothing but alternate 0, alternate 1. I mean double 0, double 1. Okay. This one is nothing but 4 zeros and 4 1. Then 4 zeros, then 4 1. There are 8 zeros and there are 8 1. So don't confuse in this line. You have to see for which combination are there. Eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Here it is 0, it is 1. Okay. So these are the possible 16 combination. Now I have to check for these values. For this input, my output will become 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Means 8 plus 4 is 12. Is nothing but this one. For this one, my output will give me 1. Then 1, 1, 0, 1. This one will give me 1. Then triple 1, 0. For this one, my output will give me value 1. Then 1, 1, 1, 1. For that case, my output will nothing but 1. And last case is nothing but 1, 0, 1, 1. So 1, 0, 1, 1. For this case, my output is 1. And for all other case, my output is 0. Okay, these all are 0. So to represent A into B plus CD, this is the truth table that I can generate from this logic circuit. From this logic circuit, what I found? I found the Boolean expression. And from the Boolean expression, I have to find for what values of my inputs combinations, my output will give me 1. And then I have to write those values of 1. And for all other case, I will write the zeros. Okay. So this is the representation. Now we will see one simplification method, that from a long expression or a long logic circuit, we can simplify our logic circuit into a small one. Let me write those some question or some numerical so that we can solve this expression. Let's take one is AB plus A into B plus C in plus B into B plus C. So let's have one expression, logic expression is given. So how you will find this logic expression? One logic circuit is there, from there you are getting this Boolean expression. So suppose one circuit is there, the circuit will be something like this. If this is A, this is B, first they are ANDed, A plus B. Then B and C, they are ORed. You see B and C are ORed. They are OR operation. And this OR output is ANDed with B. This is B plus C. This is nothing but A into B plus C. Okay. Then one is B plus C, that is multiplied again with B. So this is B plus C. And here I am taking B. This symbol is just for showing that this line is jumping over this line. It means they are not interact. I am taking the output as input from B only. And this is B plus C is there, that I found from this OR operation, and they are ANDed with B. This is the second case. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, and the three are ORed. Okay, that is it. Suppose you have this logic expression. Starting you have this logic expression. So what you have to do? You have to write the Boolean expression from this logic circuit. So how you can write? As I told you, first you have to move from your left to right. From a left, what you are seeing, suppose one AND gate is there. So you have to write the output is nothing but A and B. I mean A dot B. Second, one OR gate is there. What is the output? B plus C. Next one AND gate is there, and this AND gate, one input is from B plus C and second input is from B. So it will be equal to B dot B plus C. This is one input, this is one input, they are ANDed. Second AND gate, that is one is taken from A, here it is taken from A, and second one is from this B plus C. So what it will become? It will become A dot B plus C. This is one input, this is one input. Now at the last gate you are seeing there are three input, they are added. So this is nothing but my AB, this is A dot B, this is nothing but A dot B plus C, this is B dot B plus C, and there three will added, they will give me this expression. Okay, so you have this logic circuit, and from this logic circuit you have written this. I just did the reverse one, and this is the logic circuit. Now I have to simplify this logic circuit, I have to minimize the number of gates, because for each gate you have to waste a bit amount of money. So why to waste the much amount of money when it is possible to take a small number of gates with a small money? So let's solve this one. So what you have to do? You have to apply the rules that we read before. We have to use the distribution law. We have to use some other rules for this. Like for this circuit, first you have to open the bracket. That means applying distributive law, which is nothing but AB is there plus. I will open this one. Is nothing but AB plus AC. A is multiplied with B plus C plus BB, B dot B plus B dot C. Okay. Here you see it is nothing but AB plus AC. This is plus AB. Here there are two AB. So 2AB can be written as 1AB because A plus A is nothing but A. This is the rule that we read before. 1 plus 1 is nothing but 1. 0 plus 0 is nothing but 0. So whatever with the value of A, these two A's are added will give me another A. Okay. That means my AB plus AB can be represented as 1AB and this as AC. B dot B. A dot A is nothing but A. So B dot B will become B. Okay. Then plus BC. Now from these three, can I take B as my common? From these three, first, third and fourth. What it will left? B, 1 from here, this B, A from this term, and plus C from this term. And then another AC is there. This AC is there, whatever it was before. What I did, I just took common from the three term. Then if you remembered in a previous these rules, I told you 1 plus a, that is nothing but 1. Okay, because if a equal to 0, 1 plus 0 will become 1. If a equal to 1, 1 plus 1 will be 1. So whatever will be the value of a, it will not affect my output. My output will become 1 always. It means 1 plus a plus c can be written as only 1. And this is nothing but b dot 1 plus ac. What is a dot 1 or 1 dot a? Is nothing but same a, or here b dot 1 is nothing but b plus ac. This is the expansion after doing this question. After this is simplification method. It means I can write this BC as nothing but A, B, C. First A and C are ANDed. They are ANDed, and the output of AND gate is applied to a OR gate. This is nothing but B plus AC. First A and C are ANDed. This is the output of AC. Here A, here C, AC. Then B plus AC. How many number of gates that I used over here? There are 2 gates. And how many number of there before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is better to go for a simplification method. Okay. Let's solve another numerical based upon this type of question. Let's take A B bar plus A into B plus C bar plus B into B plus C bar. Okay, this is one numerical given. That is one logic circuit is there. From that logic circuit you have written this Boolean expression. I am not drawing that logic circuit. You can tell how many number of gates are there. One is this one. Either use AND or NOT, or you can use NAND NOR. This is one gate B plus C, and there is one NOT operation. 2 number of gate. They are ANDed. 3 gate. Here it is one B bar, 4 gate. Here they are ANDed, 5. Here they are 6, 7, 8, and 3 are odd, 9. So there might be 8 to 9 number of gates that have been used over here. So let's solve. What is A plus B bar? And the second one is I have to apply the distributive formula. Yes, before applying distributive formula, I have to see here it is I can use my De Morgan theorem. So which is nothing but B bar dot C bar. Are you clear or not? X dot X plus Y whole bar, X bar dot Y bar, plus here also I can use my De Morgan theorem, B bar dot C bar. This is nothing but A B bar plus A B bar C bar plus B B bar C bar. Okay, if you remember in last video this rules, A dot A bar, which is nothing but A dot A bar is nothing but 0, means 1 dot 0 or 0 dot 1, that will be give me value 0. So B dot B bar and any number of term that is present over it, no problem, because 0 will be multiplied to any number that will give me 0. So B dot B bar that will give me 0, and 0 dot C bar, that value is going to give me 0, because this B dot B bar is 0. Now can I take in A plus B bar common from both, since 1 is A plus B bar, 1 plus B bar. So what will left over here? 1 over here and C bar over here, and plus 0 is there because of this. Now again the same rule that we applied, 1 plus any A, B, C, any variable, does not matter, that will be remain 1. So A B bar dot 1 plus this is 0. So I am not writing 0 because any variable plus 0 will give me that variable. A plus 0 will give me A. Okay. So again this A dot B, sorry, X dot 1 is nothing but again X, which is nothing but A B bar. So you can see a long expression can be converted into a simplest form. So in this way, if in this question it is given, write down the simplest form. So you have to do applying the distribution formula and some rules. Okay. So by doing number of numericals, you will get the clarity. In the next video, we will see this standard form of Boolean expression and the Boolean expression and truth table.